Welcome, everybody, and welcome to another LimeVibe live podcast. I'm your host, your resplendent demagogue, Yori Armenkamp from Nassau, Bahamas, along with the ever beautiful, ever lovely Miss Kimberly Ramcalawan from Trinidad and Tobago, San Fernando, Trinidad and Tobago. How you doing tonight, Kim?
I'm doing as best as I can, Yuri. How are you?
Oh, okay, hold on. Let's go.
Demigod.
Yes. The resplendent demagogue, not just a demagogue, the resplendent demagogue. You know, the splendid orator. Yes, I try to find new adjectives to describe myself every show, right? They keep the visitors interested and occupied, right?
We'll be sure to add that to your description when we're writing about you.
Yes. My epitaph would read something great and spectacular, man.
We're gonna write about it when you're alive. Don't worry.
Yeah, man. So, Kimmy, how you feeling, man? Everything's okay with you?
I'm okay for now. A bit under the weather, but I'm managing. I'm coping.
Okay.
I know we want to start off with wishing Guyana a happy 57th independence.
Yes.
No, it's not so much a happy one. I know President Dr. Irfan Ali, he would have said that it's not an occasion really. Usually it's an occasion to celebrate. But this year, they're all about prayer and reflection, having gone through the loss of 19 students in Madia earlier this week.
Yes.
A lot happening in Guyana there, but they are thinking about those who perished earlier this week. And in the same breath, he has given his word that he will ensure that his government will have the families at best interest and they will be compensated for their loss.
That's good. They're really making this through this okay. You know, the country didn't fall apart. People aren't really, there isn't a lot of back and forth on the internet about who's to blame. I mean, they have a suspect, right? But they're carrying this with dignity and respect, man. That's good.
I should be. I'm hearing that they might have a commission of inquiry into the entire thing.
Really?
I'm not sure why, but he has hinted something like that. When it comes to the safety of the dormitory, at least.
Okay. Yeah, because I think we raised a few questions about the safety and security as well, didn't we? We talked about the security bars being a death trap, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that it's plagues a lot of high crime countries.
Yes.
Especially when you're looking to secure the well-being of young girls.
Yes.
Against predators and things like that.
Yes.
And the location. So in the same sense, you were trying to protect them, but it also turned into something tragic.
Yes, turned into that death trap, really. But, let God be with Irfan Ali, President Ali, and let's see if he can make it through this independence with at least lift the people's spirits up a bit during this independence celebration. So, yes. And also, before we go any further, I must say, if you have not liked and subscribed to our videos on Facebook and YouTube, please do so. It's LimeVibe77 on Facebook and YouTube. Please like and subscribe and share our videos and our content. It really helps us out a lot. We're making some moves, Kim. We're about to make another move with another international media house, aren't we? We're about to partner with somebody, right? And hopefully our content.
We're looking forward to doing something like that.
Yes. We're trying to ink that right now. So stay tuned with us. We're on the move. We're growing our brand. We're growing our message, and we're on the move. And I really appreciate what all has been happening here with LimeVibe. I mean, we're really starting to amass a small gathering. The comments are coming in a bit slowly on Facebook and YouTube. And so I'm really starting to enjoy what they have to say about our content, Kim. It's really growing really, really strong, man.
Yeah, I look forward to it because it's one that we are trying to bridge the Caribbean community with the wider world, with what's happening, what's impacting us here. And we're taking into consideration everything. Our lifestyle here, our culture in the Caribbean is very unique, and we need to come together and unite.
Yes, indeed. There's a small Caribbean. Speaking of the Caribbean, we're having a big event here in Nassau tonight. The Port of Nassau has official opening tonight after about 3 years of construction. They pulled it through the COVID-19. Actually, it was supposed to be finished back in 2020, but the COVID-19 slowed everything down, so they had to push everything back. But now it's having the grand opening tonight. Started at 6 o'clock and it's still going on now. It's a very special event, invite-only event. And so apparently it's the biggest cruise port in the Caribbean. 3.5 million visitors come through that cruise port every year. And cruise port chief is projecting 4.2 million by the end of this year and 4.5 million by the end of next year, 2024. So it's even growing even more. So we have space. He has new berths and is going to be able to accommodate the new Icon class ships from the Royal Caribbean line, along with the Royal Oasis. The Royal Oasis is supposed to be the largest ship in the world. No, the Oasis of the Seas, I'm sorry, supposed to be the largest ship in the world. And we already accommodate that almost every other Wednesday. So yeah, things looking up for Nassau, the port of Nassau.
That's good. I mean, that shows that your tourism sector is back and up and running post the
Yes.
COVID,
Yes.
pandemic that we experienced, that slump in visitors and travelers. So that's
Yes.
good. I mean, it's really nice when you all make the accommodations to these ships. I know it brings quite a good bit of revenue. People visiting, they're aware of what's happening in the Bahamas and improving the tourism product here in the region. That's something
Yes.
that
Yes.
we all
Another
strive
fact.
for, and we celebrate one another when things like that happen.
Yes. But you want to hear something though, Kim? The cruise passengers, while they're more than the air arrivals, right? They don't spend as much money. They come in for about a day, maybe a day and a half, and they leave, and they don't spend anything really. So it's
Yeah.
just really the heads. It's just a head count. They really don't spend much money. But we're glad to have them though. We're glad to have them in Nassau.
Yeah, I
Especially-
guess with them having the accommodations on the ship and
Yes.
everything's all inclusive most of the times.
Yes, indeed. I haven't taken a cruise, but I've been on several cruise ships. I've been on the Oasis of the Seas when it was docked here last week. Actually, I've been on that twice. It's a beautiful ship, man. It's a beautiful ship. It's almost like a mini city, That's how
Yeah.
beautiful it is. Yes. The Oasis of the Seas. Yes, it's a beautiful ship, man. I wish I could take a cruise one day. Maybe in the future, I'll take a cruise. Because the last story I wrote on the Oasis of the Seas and Royal Caribbean, it was shared by a cruise critic. So hopefully it's gaining some traction. My discussions about the cruise industry is gaining some traction. Hopefully someone will bless me with a cruise. I'd like to go on a cruise.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are fascinated with it. I'm not one to really like being on a cruise ship because I think, I look at the levels and the layers of I feel claustrophobic. Someone like me who is claustrophobic, I will not be able to survive on a ship for too
Oh,
long.
wow. Trust me,
And
on the Oasis of the Seas, you wouldn't feel a difference, Kim, because it's just that huge. It's just that big, man.
even in the bunker and passing through the rooms and the lobbies and things like that,
Mm.
because
You look-
you like it to a hotel lobby, but
Mm.
in those parts of the ships where the rooms are, I find the ceiling is really low and
Oh,
that
yeah.
yeah, so I think about that. Now, I do like how they have the layout. It looks like this really huge mall, and they've got
Yes.
restaurants and shopping and
Yeah, it is.
activities all aboard.
Mhm.
And it's something I know fascinates a lot of people, but it's just not for me.
Oh, yeah, I know. I got you. But it's good for the experience, though. I'd like to experience it, It's good for the experience, man. Are you guys celebrating Whit Monday as well?
No, we don't celebrate it, but I know it's that time of year. I think
Yeah.
this week was Day of Pentecost. And
Yes.
take on by it aligns with a Jewish festival.
Shavuot.
They celebrate as well. What's that?
Shavuot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
It's the 50th day after the day of Passover and the 50th day
Shavuot.
after. Yeah,
Yeah,
right. So yeah. So Jesus came, he took over Passover. Jesus
he did.
hijacked Passover. But that's what he came for, though. That's what he came for. He came to hijack these old traditions and festivities. And now it's a Jesus holiday. So that's good. I have no problem with that. So yeah,
Wait,
we
you
celebrate on Monday.
celebrate? Oh, you'll
Mm.
have it. Oh, well, it would have been a long weekend if we still celebrated it.
Yeah.
We used to celebrate it long ago, but they said it was unnecessary because we had too many holidays. It was removed
Oh,
from the calendar, and we now have Corpus Christi. So it was Whit Monday, and then we had Corpus Christi.
what's Corpus Christi?
Corpus Christi is the body of Christ after.
Hmm.
Yeah. So for Trinidadians, it's celebrated in a different. I can't remember what exactly it is, but
Okay.
body
I'll
of Christ is a celebration around basically the Roman Catholics and other Christians, where they talk about the turning of the bread and wine to replicate the body of Christ during Mass, and the feast. It's a feast, and it comes 60 days after Easter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we usually actually celebrate that,
Okay.
and it's basically a celebration of Christ's death and resurrection.
Mm.
So it is celebrated here. We have what days? I think that's the following week. We have it June 8th.
Mm.
So this year will be Thursday, June 8th. But on Tuesday we observe Indian Arrival Day.
Mm. Okay.
So it commemorates the arrival of the first ship to our shores, bringing the indentured laborers. And we could probably talk about that on Monday. I was going to save that for Monday.
Yeah, let's say that for Monday then. Okay, because that'll be my holiday. I'll be free. And so I'll
You'll
be
be
nice and relaxed. Yes, I'll be nice and relaxed and ready.
Oh,
And also, next week is a big holiday because we have two holidays back to back. Actually, we have holiday on that Monday, which is Whit Monday. Then we have Labor Day, that's that Friday. So we have a 3-day work week next week.
oh, that's so cool.
I know. We don't care about holidays here. We give you a holiday any day, man. You know,
No, well, Trinidad has been known as being the capital when it comes to holidays because we have the most amount of public holidays in the region and in the world sometimes, I think. And a lot of companies are looking to set up in our country actually look at that as being,
Oh my goodness. They hate holidays, these party poopers, you know.
yeah.
This is the Caribbean, man. At least we're not as bad as Spain, but they have siestas every 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
What's that?
Right, but Spain has siestas every 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Every 3
Spanish
o'clock.
countries. I believe it's most Spanish countries. Venezuela has it as well, not so? I believe a lot of Spanish countries experience that.
Yeah, I can imagine employees' heads exploding in the Bahamas if we start having siesta here. 3 o'clock, you getting off, you crazy?
3 o'clock.
Yeah, their heads will explode, man. They start
I mean, they complain a good bit of having a lunch hour. Sometimes people complain about just having a lunch hour here in Trinidad.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you work through your lunch hour, according to our labor laws, you are entitled to take that lunch hour.
Yes.
Before you leave for work.
I know.
And many times in the media that does not apply. We work right through. We work 12-hour shifts and go and go and go.
Yeah, they expect you to work straight through your lunch hour. And when you take time for yourself, they're pissed off, man.
Yeah.
Like, what all the time I sat here on my lunch hour doing my work and didn't do anything, right?
And meeting deadlines and ensuring that the news is on time.
Yes. For you, for the people. That's our sacrifice for the people. And they don't count that, right? But
and most of the time, you usually sit down by your desk munching away while typing away at your computer.
Yes, desk jockeys we are.
Desk jockeys.
Most of us, yes.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah, desk jockeys. Yeah, you ever heard before desk jockey?
No.
Yeah, desk jockey, man. Just ride the desk.
Keyboard warriors, but I haven't heard that.
Yeah, desk jockey, man. Sit at the desk all day, man. That's why most of us are out of shape. I was kind of shocked. Nancy Grace, that reporter Nancy Grace, she used to do true crime on CNN. I was surprised when she stood up one time and I realized how out of shape she was. Because you only see like the top half of her body, right? But when she stands up, you see she's like morbidly obese. I was like, wow, that's Nancy Grace. Yeah, I was shocked.
Nancy Grace, you could tell she had that chubby face. I mean, you look at me too, you can also tell. I gained my weight during pandemic. I can't lie. Not having the activity that we used to have, walking up and down, working from home. Because back prior to the pandemic, we walked the entire town.
Oh wow!
To get to work, you walk the entire city. You walk a good length and breadth to reach where you needed to reach. And cover stories, hustle, things like that.
Yeah. That's the life of a reporter, Kim. You gotta do what you have to do.
But long ago, I was privy to have worked with the old heads, and they got the keyboards. We had keyboards. When I started, there were computers, right? But the older heads would hit those keyboards like if it was a typewriter.
Yeah, banging away.
And they would be banging it like, oh my God, no.
Destroyed many keyboard. I know. My editor still does that actually. He still bangs away that heavy, hard.
I can't do it. And when they've got a story and they're busy typing away. I
Mhm.
mean, I would type fast, and you wouldn't have a clue that, I'm typing. Keyboards are soft now. You've got to be
Yeah.
careful.
Gotta be careful you destroy it. Yeah. You know.
So they bang away, and then when they're hustling and trying to, it's crunch time.
Yep. Deadline.
Crunch time.
I know what deadline is. But you said something about June 8th. Something else special here is happening on June 8th as well, too, Kim. Apparently, Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be coming. Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be coming to the Bahamas with a lot of the other Caribbean leaders to talk about climate change issues, man. And this is going to be the first high-level visit by any U.S. official in years that we've had here. The last, yes,
Wow.
yes, the last presidential or vice presidential visit we had was back when JFK visited back in the 1950s.
But didn't Trump have his meeting by you guys
No,
back?
no. He had his meeting in Mar-a-Lago, and some of the Caribbean leaders went to Mar-a-Lago for his
Oh,
meeting.
it's Mar-a-Lago. For
Yeah.
some reason,
No, he never came to the Bahamas. No. Actually, the last anyone of any significance came here was back in 2000, and if I can remember correctly, 2000 and I think it was 2011, and Jeb Bush visited here. But he was
Really?
the governor. Yeah, he was still the governor, and that's when his brother was still. No, he went earlier than that because it was back in 2007, I think. Yeah, when Jeb Bush
Yeah,
visited.
Obama came in 2008.
2007. Yeah, Jeb Bush visited when he was the governor of Florida, and his brother was still the president. Otherwise than that, we haven't had any high-level visit from any U.S. official in years. And
I
like I
find
said,
it
it goes
so hard
back
to
in
believe, though.
1956. Pardon?
I find it so hard to believe because y'all are the closest.
Be right there. And
Yeah.
actually, we don't even have a U.S. ambassador here, believe that or not.
What?
Yeah, we haven't had a U.S. ambassador since Nicole Levant left back in Obama's first term. She left back in 2009, and we haven't had a U.S. ambassador since then.
They think Florida's right there. If you all need anything, just throw a line.
Exactly. You got to blame the U.S. Congress for this because the U.S. Congress would not ratify a U.S. ambassador for the Bahamas. Just wouldn't do it. And Biden hasn't put anybody up, so we just have to wait and see.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how much they probably consider you guys. If anything's happening with the Bahamas, we will be there. Our presence is right there. It's at the all at the threshold, the doorstep, doorfront.
Yep.
So there's no worry, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. The closest non-landlocked neighbor to the United States is the Bahamas. 45 minutes by plane.
45 minutes. Wow.
Yeah,
I
45
thought
minutes.
we were shorter than that.
Yeah, maybe less than that actually. Could be a lot less. It all depends where you're flying from, I guess. I guess if you're flying from Abaco or Grand Bahama, it could be about 30 minutes, 25 minutes, but from Nassau it's about 45 minutes.
Okay, cool. Understood. No problem.
Yeah. I think Bimini's even closer actually. I mean, you may be able to swim from Bimini to Florida.
But yeah, I wouldn't doubt that for sure.
Yeah, man. So other than that, man, it's a busy week for the next 2 or 3 weeks here in the Bahamas, Vice President.
You're preparing for a high profile visit there.
Well, yes, security has to be tight, Security has to be tight here, man. And a high level official like that. I'm glad he's coming here though, but I want to see Obama though. I want Obama to come. Yeah, I want to see Obama, man.
I thought he would have been there in a heartbeat. I think he would have been relaxing.
No. He likes Jamaica and Trinidad for some strange reason. He doesn't like the Bahamas.
The only time he's come to Trinidad was when we had our Summit of the Americas.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's when we hosted it.
Mhm.
And that was something.
Mhm.
Everyone likes Jamaica, everyone wants to go to Jamaica.
Yeah, everybody thinks the Caribbean.
Right now, I believe the Calabash Literary Festival is on.
Yes.
And I saw two people that I really do like. I like Padma Lakshmi, and I think she is accompanied by this girl who acted in Mississippi Masala.
Okay.
You know that movie with Denzel?
No, sorry.
Yeah, it was a book initially. Sarita Chowdhury, I think she's accompanying Padma Lakshmi at it at this year's Calabash Festival.
Okay.
So it's interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Mississippi Masala. It's with Denzel Washington and Sarita Chowdhury. So it's a love story, actually.
How old is it anyway?
Probably over 30 years, 1991, I believe it came out.
Yeah, probably would have gone past me. I probably was interested in those kinds of movies back then. So yeah,
Yeah. It was interesting for us because, we have the Douglas in Trinidad, so you've got the
yeah,
Indian and the Afro mixing, and seeing that in America. I mean, Americans, they're not going to call that mix, of anything like that.
Mhm.
But to see it on the screen was something good. And I'm a follower of Indian authored novels, so
Mhm.
you'd see me, following these things quite a good bit.
Okay. Would you call Kamala Harris a Douglas?
She is a Dougla, yeah. You would
Yeah, Douglas.
consider her a Dougla
Wow.
because her mom is Indian and her dad is Jamaican,
Yeah,
African.
Jamaican, Afro Jamaican. Yeah. So
But
I'm
she
pretty
would
much
not
Douglas.
know that's what we would call her. I don't believe she would associate herself with being that.
A Douglas? Is it a derogatory term? I thought it was just a term of endearment.
It's actually considered it's in a line of derogatory, just like you would use
Really?
the N word and the C word,
Really?
of Indians, yeah.
Oh
But
wow, I didn't know that.
it's a cultural thing, and you've got to be careful with pointing it out like that.
Oh,
So
okay, I wasn't aware. And you heard me using that word so loosely, you didn't say anything. I thought it was like a term of endearment, like you would call people Redskins or something like that, or Red.
yeah, so
Yeah,
that's the whole Reds, like that's like the mulattoes and stuff like that.
yeah.
In Trinidad, yeah, it's said loosely in a sense, but it's become a funny kind of thing.
Hmm.
When it comes to calling a Reds, you're like my husband, they would call him a Reds. He's a Douglas, really, but he's red. Family is more red. His mom is mostly red. You know,
He's a Douglas.
so they would say that. Me, they would say something else. They use the other bad word for me,
What bad words would use for you?
the C word.
The C word.
Yeah,
Now the
you're
C
not
word is something
familiar
different
with
in the
that.
Bahamas. The C word is something different in the Bahamas, actually. So be
Well, the
careful.
C word in Trinidad is something. Well, we have multiple C words here in Trinidad.
Okay, yeah, okay. Just be careful. Okay, so that's not.
Yeah,
So is it
minus
C?
that.
Is it CU?
No,
Okay, that's the bad C word here. Okay, okay.
C
So
double O.
C double O. Wow.
And you go,
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I know that's a dangerous word, right? That's a nasty word. Yeah.
it
I
is.
yeah, I learned it from my Nancy stories. You don't call people that.
Yeah.
Mm,
So, well, it is said often here. And, well, I've gotten to learn about it. Well, I've gotten to live with it, but
mm,
anyway, moving on.
yeah.
I sent you we were talking a bit about Barbados and Jamaica signing some bilateral relations, even though they've got
Yes.
relations going all the way back to 1966.
Mhm,
But this latest signing of an MOU to strengthen the long-standing cooperation between them, I
mhm,
think it was done between their foreign affairs minister, um, Kerry Simmons. He is in charge of the productive sector.
mhm.
Because I know, I think Sandra Husbands is in charge of foreign affairs, I believe.
Yes.
She signed, and Kerry Simmons would have signed it with Senator Kamina Johnson Smith.
Mhm,
This comes also on the heels of what was said last week when the United Kingdom visited and held the Caribbean Forum there.
mhm,
So they're looking to cooperate a little bit more when it comes to tourism and air services,
mhm.
trade and investment, and private sector. So all of these things help. It's quite a good bit of areas you're seeing them looking at collaborating.
Mhm.
You know, it also comes as I think CARICOM Ambassador David Kamiziang was
Mhm,
appointed the High Commissioner of Barbados to Jamaica.
mhm.
I think that was done some years ago when Mia Motley came in.
Okay.
So they've actually exchanged high commissioners to each other's countries. So it just shows the level of importance they see with each other and
Mhm.
the need to have a presence in one another's country.
That's
You
good.
know?
That's good. Above and beyond the CSME and CARICOM, that's good. Strengthening the
Yeah.
bilateral treaties and bilateral trade. That's good.
So I mean, I look at it as they're looking to partner when it comes to a good bit of areas. Besides the tourism sector, one interesting factor that I got interest with is the medicinal use of the cannabis industry and trying to implement that.
Really?
So
Okay.
that's something different.
Mhm.
I know Jamaica has been moving toward that, and Barbados, it's interesting to see them get that there because, here in Trinidad, we're still working very much on moving toward that.
Really, you think it's a chance of it passing in Trinidad? Because here it's like dead in the water. Yeah.
No, I don't think so because they're still charging people for a few milligrams.
Really?
Quote.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is legalized in Trinidad, though, isn't it?
Trees. The thing is, a lot of people do have trees, and
Mhm.
they've got trees in their yards and or in their homes,
Mhm.
and they're using it for medicinal purposes, but they think it's a little too much. So you're only allowed to have like one male tree.
Okay.
How are you going to you're not allowed to propagate it. And I
Mm.
think that's wrong. Because
Mm.
most people, if you're going to start up an industry,
Mhm.
people are using it for medicinal purposes. They're making teas. And it's not everything's about smoking or trying to smuggle it. They're
Mhm.
making their oils and manufacturing these things like that for
Mhm.
health reasons.
Yes, yes,
If you
yes.
look at some of the people with the backgrounds, they have educational backgrounds, and you're charging these people and throwing them into jail
Mhm.
for
Yeah, for
possession of it.
marijuana. And marijuana is almost like a happy drug, man. It doesn't slow you down like alcohol.
No,
Uh,
it's not.
mm,
Who was I reading about? And they said that they were introduced to marijuana so that they wouldn't have to be so heavily dependent on alcohol, and it
really?
really helped them wean. A popular person, I was reading an article recently.
Mhm.
I can't recall which
Woody
artist.
Harrelson?
No, it's not Woody Harrelson. It's someone elderly that died this week, actually. I can't
Really?
remember. And I
Not
came
Tina
across
Turner.
that article and I saw it's
Not Tina
like,
Turner.
no, it's not Tina Turner.
Wow. Who else died this weekend?
We had some other people. A lot of things happen.
Hmm.
I don't think it was Jim Brown. No, Jim Brown died last week.
Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't even
but it
aware.
was interesting, and they said that he used marijuana
Mhm.
for medicinal purposes and to take the edge off when it came
I can
to
imagine you take the edge off, right?
dependence on alcohol.
I can imagine take the edge off, right? Of course, that's what you take marijuana for, take the edge off to mellow you out.
Yeah,
Mm. But me
I mean,
personally, even though I understand the medicinal purposes of marijuana, I'm not a fan of making it legalized wholesale for everybody to use. Because I still find there's some harmful effects to marijuana. Like I went to a legal state, Colorado, I think it was last month sometime, right? And
mhm.
I came into Denver and I literally saw people spaced out. I mean, they weren't walking the street like zombies, but they were literally spaced out. You could tell they weren't there, Kim.
Yeah, I have had experience with colleagues like that.
Mm,
You've got to be careful with them.
mhm.
And to me, I mean, I'll admit it. I've used the medicinal purpose. I've had one or two. Like I had a friend who has a heart issue,
Okay.
and he put me on to something because I really couldn't handle the pain I was enduring. And
Mhm,
even my own doctor, my own rheumatologist said, "As what you ought to look into getting this."
mhm.
Heck, what piqued my interest is when we went to the vet for my pet cat.
Really?
The doctor gave me a bottle of oil. You need to use this on her. It's going to help her
Really?
actually with her situation.
So you got a stone cat, Kim?
There's a joke to that, but she the vet gave her it's made specifically for pets. They've got a specific dosage. The
Mhm,
doctor actually has to work out the dosage for her
mhm,
based on her weight. So it cannot be just administered willy-nilly to any animal.
mhm.
So they
Okay.
actually have one for the cats and one for the dogs,
Mhm,
and it's used according to the prescribed amount that the doctor has recommended based on their weight.
mhm.
And
Okay.
it's made by a recognized company in Florida, actually.
Okay.
And when I saw that the cat was able to use it and it helped her, I was like, okay, well, time for me to get some of this.
It's good for the cat. It's good for Kim, right?
Yeah. And
Well,
it did help me with my pain management.
that's good.
Now,
That's good.
it's just a little too costly to bring in right now.
Hmm.
But I
Well,
have
roll up a
brought
spliff,
them.
Kim. Grow a tree in the backyard, roll up a spliff, Kim.
Someone's gonna rat me out if I have a tree. If I have a gummy or if I have a bottle of oil, no one is
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say
that's right.
Yeah. But if I have a tree, it's problem.
Mm. The police are gonna get you. They can't
Oh,
get
they
the,
won't say
they can't get the gunmen, but they're gonna come and get you, right, for a little herb tree, right? I know,
anything.
Kim.
Exactly.
I know. That's how they go, Kim. Oh wow. Well, here we're still struggling with that here, Kim. I mean, the legislation has been on the drawing board for the past, it seems like forever, at least for the past 6 years now. Administration come, administration go. They're still saying they're having the last draft reworked by the Attorney General's office, and they're gonna pass it soon, very soon, and it never comes back. And I know why they don't want to bring it back, because they don't want this argument with the church, and the church is really blocking it, right? You know, because the church will get up in the pulpit and say, "Oh, we don't want the devil's lettuce in our kids' heads," and I can
No,
tell you right now.
the
Pardon?
thing is, you can't call it a devil's lettuce. God created it. And he knew what he did when he made it, right? It was
Yeah, I
just
know.
for us to use it responsibly.
Yeah, the devil's lettuce, Kim. It's the devil's lettuce. I can hear the arguments now, you know, from the church. And they don't want to go, they don't want to have that argument. And I can appreciate that. They don't want to have that argument, you know.
Well, in Trinidad, they're working on it. They passed a bill to kind of decriminalize the cultivation of it, but you're just allowed to have small amounts.
Okay.
It's just a limited amount. You're not allowed to have more than 25 grams, I think, on possession,
Okay.
which is literally how much? It's a very little bit. And
Mm.
you're allowed cultivation of up to like, I think, 4 plants, and it has to be male plants.
Mhm.
So it cannot reproduce.
Yeah. Like who's going to adhere to that, right? How do you tell what's a male plant from a female plant, right? Any police
Because of how it blooms, I believe.
okay. I know there's a way to tell, right? But like no one's really gonna come and check to see if you have male plants, female plants.
Oh, I've since they did this back in, I think, 2018.
Mhm.
A lot of people have been reprimanded for it.
Having female plants. Wow. That's really
Having multiple, your 4 plants and more. And then, so here's the thing, right? I'm not sure about the law, but the plants, and then you're having so much grams. The leaves are gonna come up to how much more grams on your wrist. If you're transporting these plants now to somewhere, what's gonna happen?
exactly right. That's madness, man. That's madness. But hopefully, but I see Jamaica's making a good go at it, and I think there's another Caribbean country too that legalized marijuana. That the Antigua and Barbuda, right? They've also legalized the herb, and they have like
I
professional
think
growers.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they actually have a thriving industry.
Really? Okay. So Gonzalez wants to get high. No wonder why he's so right. I love Prime Minister Gonzalez, by the way. He much respect to him and Camilo. Camilo follows me on Twitter actually, and he likes almost every post I sent up. Camilo Gonzalez, yeah, man.
Yeah.
The
So
youngest
it
is kind of stuck
has
up though.
been
So,
decriminalized in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I
okay.
saw Gonzalez talking a bit about it.
Mhm.
And he was actually pushing at the last CARICOM meeting that we can create an industry around this.
Okay.
You know, and Jamaica has been looking at that. I remember I told you about the doctor that
Yes.
was looking at, the benefits of it health-wise.
Mhm.
It has helped with pain management, and people have looked at it as weaning you off from the opioids.
Yes.
What's more
Yes.
dangerous, your marijuana or your opioids? And I think once you're able to use it with discretion and wisdom, you should be
Yes.
okay.
I think with
Honestly,
the opioids is so addictive, fentanyl and all those
it
kinds of
is.
stuff.
It is.
I was
Yeah, and
watching YouTuber DJ Vlad. You ever watch DJ Vlad? Vlad TV?
yes.
Okay, yeah. He had on Boozy, little rap star Boozy, right? He said he would much rather people be on crack than to be on fentanyl. So
Yeah.
he tell them to go back to crack. That's how dangerous fentanyl is, because it killed Michael Jackson, it killed Prince,
Yeah.
fentanyl overdoses,
And
it's
a
crazy.
good few other artists we lost because of their drug
Yes.
and
Yeah,
mixing.
fentanyl, yes. Yeah, and this thing called lean, this syrup, this cough syrup, they actually banned the cough syrup. What is codeine?
Yeah,
Black
Cody.
codeine, yeah, codeine syrup. You can't sell codeine syrups in the pharmacy anymore because these
So,
guys were doing it.
yeah. So there's a popular painkiller I use here in Trinidad.
Mm.
It's called Panadine.
Mm.
It's the acetaminophen mixed with the codeine.
Okay.
And what it is, it's 500. It used to be 500 mg of the acetaminophen. How you pronounce that? Is what Tylenol is made of, right? That's the
Okay.
most common drug. And the codeine was at least, I think, 50 milligrams of it.
Mhm.
But since then, according to the world, I think it's the FDA, they decided that they needed to reduce the dosage of it. So it's
Mm.
just 325 mg of the acetaminophen.
Mm.
And I think they reduced the codeine content to 25 mg.
Okay.
I had gotten really, really sick 1 year,
Mm.
and my doctor had prescribed me to the Panadine, but it
Mm.
was not breaking the fevers at all. I had really
Wow.
bad roasting fevers, and it was not helping with the pain. Nothing was. And when I looked at it, is because they had changed the content and the makeup of the drug. So
Mhm.
I reverted to something called Panadol.
Or
We have,
Panadol?
yeah, you'll have Panadol there.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Panadol is like regular over the counter stuff, man. That don't get
Yeah,
that don't yeah,
it's
man.
British. So, but
Yeah.
Panadol has 500 mg
Mm.
of the acetaminophen,
Okay.
and that actually works better than the Panadine that used to break fever. And the thing is, I used to use this, especially post my surgeries and things like that. They would give you this drug for a period of time to help with, that deep incisions that they did.
Oh wow. Okay.
I
Yeah, I'm
can't.
a fan of Motrin actually.
What's that?
I'm a fan of Motrin.
Motrin.
Yeah, Motrin gives you that really sweet feeling, man. It really kills the pain on the spot, man. You could have a
Really?
toothache. Yeah, I mean, you could have a toothache. I had a bad Achilles heel problem 2 years ago, and I would take Motrin. That my pain would ease right up. But the thing about it is, it doesn't heal though. The pain comes right back after about 2 or 3 hours, and it's like so. Yeah, I had to do something long term about it. So I just couldn't go on keep on eating Motrin pills to ease my pain. So luckily, my Achilles heel healed on itself actually. So I'm really good now. That's good, but because it was like I couldn't believe the pain I was in. I couldn't stand, Kim. I couldn't walk around. I was limping around from everywhere I went, man.
Last year we had a terrible virus in Trinidad that I think it was happening at the same time this Omicron was getting popular.
Mm,
But it was really a stomach bug, and I had it for like my dad and I got it, and we had it for like almost 2 months. And I
really?
was taking
Sick
I
that
thought
much?
it was something like I likened it to being like the flu. So I was
Mm,
taking the Panadol multi-symptom, thinking, okay, it's going to help. But when
mm,
I spoke to my doctor over the phone, he said, here's what. Um, you don't have the symptoms of a virus, really. You have something on stomach bug, and it's causing you pain and fever. And he gave me Motrin. He actually faxed over a prescription for Motrin.
okay.
And that was the only thing that was killing that pain.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the sweet feeling of Motrin. Okay.
Yeah, it really helps with the fever and the pain
Yeah,
then. And so
yeah. I know.
I take quite a good bit of painkillers. So I'm used to it, but I try not to. I try to stay away from painkillers. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kim, like to get high.
No, I don't. I like to be in full control of my senses. I don't like feeling.
You like to get high. Yeah.
So with the CBD though,
Mm.
CBD does not have the THC in it, right? So you're not going to get high.
So I don't
Yes.
know why would anybody want to take it without the THC in it though. I mean, why would I want to take CBD without the THC in it, right?
Because you want to take away the pain.
No, I want to take away the pain and get high. Getting high is part of taking away the pain.
I don't like the whole hallucinogens, the hallucinating feeling, and then you're feeling, oh, you just prattle. Have you ever experienced it?
I think it's only the indica. The indica is the one that gives you the hallucinations, but the sativa gives you that mellow feeling, but the indica is the one that really gives you that hallucinations. It gives you the peace, they say. So it all depends on the type of marijuana that you use.
I had something, I'm being honest, I had like a munchie.
Mm.
It gives you the munchies one. It was an edible something. And we have edibles in Trinidad.
Okay.
It was what I had at the time to help see if it would help how I would react to it.
Mm.
It gives you the munchies, 1, 2, you just prattle and talk nonstop. It's like, here's what, Kimberly, just go to bed and lie down and sleep this off.
Yeah. Gotta be careful, Kim. But it could become addictive though. And that's my biggest concern about, like I said, I went to Denver last month sometime, Colorado, and I literally saw people before I even realized it was a smoke state. Someone had to tell me by the time I landed there. I said, oh shoots, that's why I've seen people just walking and so spaced out. I've seen people that's like sitting there looking into the class space, man, you gotta be a junkie, man. And I realized, oh, it's a legalized state. I said, oh, now you're seeing the effects. I'm seeing these people, they're out of their minds, Kim.
Yes, they I have a few friends that are
Yeah.
junkies. Schools that I went to, mostly boys' schools,
Mhm.
boy colleges here in Trinidad. It was popular there.
Oh wow,
I
wow.
used
So
to
you
know
gotta take care
who
of
was on it.
you have to take care of our young people, man. We can't have our young
Yes.
people walking around stone out of their minds. We're losing our young people right now as it is to crime and violence and drugs.
But it's been something that's been popular ever since, and even back going back to my dad's days, he talked
Yeah,
about it.
the devil's lettuce.
That school is popular for their use of that.
The devil's lettuce.
It's a Catholic school, by the way. It's a Catholic
I
boys'
can
school.
imagine Catholic school, right? I know.
Yeah.
That's how they all do it. Yeah, even here in the Bahamas, the rich schools, really expensive private ones, they had all the drugs. It wasn't the regular schools. The rich, expensive
Have
schools had
access
all the
to it.
drugs. Yeah, they had all the ecstasy, they had all the marijuana, they had the cocaine, they had everything, man, because they could afford it, right? And their parents used it too. So yeah. So that's how it was. The rich schools always had all the good stuff, man. Run a good party, we know exactly where to go when we were young.
It has a damaging effect on you, and I wish, and I really pray for them because it's really taken away a good bit from their lives, and they have no idea. You lose some level of respect, no matter what qualifications you have, no matter what position you have in your career. There is a point in time where, okay, and I often make jokes with them and I tease them a bit about it.
Mm.
It's just me trying to shake it off. It's like, and I, but how am I supposed to deal with you?
Yes, 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 yes. Trying to make a good intervention, but you know it's not going that far, right? Trying
Yeah,
to make intervention into them, we're with them. Yeah, I know. But you have to let people live their own life, Kim. You know, if they choose, that's what they choose, that's what they choose, you know?
I know. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So otherwise than that, let's just take it one day at a time, man. So I'm looking forward to this holiday on Monday, man. I may go to the beach on Monday. All depends on how I feel.
So y'all don't go to church like that there?
On Bit Sunday, yes, we go that Sunday, but not like Bit Monday. We don't go to church like Bit Monday.
Right. Okay. I thought there was something with you guys.
No, no, it's just a regular holiday, man. Just a day off to celebrate Bit Sunday. So
But we're
yeah,
expecting a rainy season here in Trinidad because Met Services officially launched our rainy season here in Trinidad
okay.
because of the level of rain that we have coming in.
I came in early, right? Because you guys started raining from 2 weeks ago,
Usually,
right?
yeah, it usually starts at on June 1st.
Mhm.
It came in earlier because we have tropical waves and because where the Met Service is located, they recorded the minimal amount of rainfall
Mhm.
for today, and that usually is the reason behind starting or kicking off, declaring the rainy season.
Okay, okay, okay. So
Other, other than that, most for some people it will be a long weekend because Tuesday is a holiday. It's usually an
yeah.
opportunity, so they'll take the Monday off and they will continue about their business,
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna work Monday with y'all, right?
Yeah,
Nobody's going to work on Monday. I don't
they'll
blame don't go to work, have a long weekend.
have a long weekend.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking to duck in the whole next week actually, because it's like 2 holidays, like Monday and
Yeah,
then that
it's all
Friday,
about
it's only
that.
3 days. What am I going to work for? And then on Thursdays, you really don't do anything any damn way. So you might as well stay the whole week.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Other
So
than that, there's the whole banter with local government elections. They've
oh,
gone
okay.
up to August, and both political parties had their meetings. They started that. So that will be going on as well. We have a good bit, happening when it comes to our political landscape.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know I'd like to talk to over there in Trinidad, Kim? I'd like to talk to Wade Mark. He sounds like an interesting person to talk to. Senator Wade Mark. Yeah.
Well, here's what I will tell you. If
But
you dare tell Mr. Wade Mark that you're talking for an hour, you will be talking for 2 to 3 hours.
oh wow, he's like he's that loquacious, is he? That's
He
good. I like guests like that, man.
he
Yeah.
uh, he he's a character in our political landscape, definitely.
Okay.
He's one you called. I remember working radio, and the sound bites would be terrific, but it's the really,
Is he worse than Anil Roberts?
Anil Roberts.
Yeah. Anil Roberts, that's his name, the guy who was dragging your prime minister about his wife's Indiscretions?
No. Why does that name not strike a bell?
Anil Roberts, yeah.
Anil.
Anil, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't you think Anil. It's Anil.
Is Anil? Okay.
Anil Roberts. No, Anil Roberts. He yaps because he can.
Okay. I got you. He's not a political figure, is he, right? He's just a regular loudmouth, right?
No, he is in politics. He's a senator.
Okay.
He's a former minister. He's a
Okay.
former minister in the UNC government and the People's Partnership, actually.
Okay.
And he's the reason behind the whole life sport situation.
Okay.
Had video, he was fired, I think, because they had video of him using the lettuce.
Really?
So yeah, all of that.
So he's a high as a kite then. That's why he's always off. He's high as a kite.
No, that's always been him.
So he's saying the marijuana brings him down then.
I'm not going to describe the circumstances it was.
Okay,
So
sorry.
you do your research and you will find out.
Okay, I'll find out more about him then. Yeah.
He is one of those Trinidadian characters, yes.
Okay. I'd like to talk to him, man. Yeah, but Kim, yeah, like I said, we're waiting for Vice President Kamala Harris, man. I can't wait to see her, man. Most likely, I wouldn't be at any of those meetings or any of those press conferences, right? But still, though, it's good to have her here. You know, she's an icon, man. I'm really proud of her. You know, even though she doesn't really care that much about the Caribbean, and she doesn't really have to, right? But still, though, I'm proud that someone, you know, from our region, or at least a descendant from our region, has been able to make it so high in the U.S. government, the government of the world, and everyone should be proud of her. You know.
For sure. I mean, is she coming to the Bahamas is one thing. Is it? Have you checked her schedule to see where else she's slated to go? Because I know Haiti has also been one with her.
Oh, I think she's going to Haiti. No one's going to Haiti now, Kim. Not like that.
No. But you know, talking with those there, talking with the CARICOM, talking with, you know, people in the region.
Okay, I think she's coming here to talk about climate change, and she's coming here to talk about security in the region.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely climate change and security in the region. Otherwise, than that, I didn't remember her. I don't remember them saying anything about Haiti. And even though Haiti would fall into security, right? But I know it's security and climate change for sure. You know.
So I know CARICOM issued a statement today saying that they appointed an EPG, an eminent persons group, to represent the regional body when it comes to extending the CARICOM's good offices to the government of Haiti and Haitian stakeholders. It also includes your former Prime Minister, Perry Christie.
What does that mean?
So,
what does that mean?
It's a group that will initiate and oversee the community's provision of good offices support in designated priority areas, including security, governance, the electoral process, and long-term development.
Oh, it's like a caretaker government.
Yeah, something like that.
That's good.
They're with the key international partners and agencies. So it's Bruce Golding in charge, as well as Dr. Kenny Anthony. It's interesting that they're utilizing their former political leaders in this capacity.
Yes. I applaud that, Kim. I applaud it. It's about time they got on board with that. I think they've been reading Caribbean Magazine Plus and our editorials, man, because that's ripped right from my editorial. Didn't we talk about putting up some sort of administration like how they did with Iraq with J. Paul Bremer? Didn't we talk about that, Kim? We've been on that for the past 2 months. We've been way ahead of the game on this, Kim. That's 9-5. We've been way ahead of the game on this, Kim.
Definitely,
proud, man. Yes, indeed. And it's about time. And that's what they need. And to shepherd them to the next phase where they can have an actual Haitian president, an actual Haitian government. Because right now, Ariel Henry has absolutely failed. I don't even know why people are still listening to him. And you know what really shocks me, Kim? You know what really shocks me now? And this is my rant for the night. I always go on one rant for the night. What really shocks me is that the World Bank and agencies like that are still giving money to Haiti. Who are you giving the money to?
Yeah.
Who are you giving the money to? Haiti does not have a government. It says reeks of just absolute corruption, Kim. Man, my God. Why are you giving Haiti millions of dollars? There's no government to receive the money. And there's no one there to do the work when you give them the money. So why are you giving Haiti millions of dollars? What is that for? What is that for? That is so disgusting, Kim.
So I'm guessing this is something like a shepherding, as you said.
Yeah.
Shepherding over Haiti. So it's also a technical team will be assigned to this EPG. And this technical persons with experts from CARICOM member states that will assist
Mhm.
in getting in contact with these specialized agencies to help support DPG, this
Yes.
eminent group.
Yes, yes, yes. And hopefully they have the support of the Haitian people that they're going to be administering government on behalf of, because that's been part of the problem. Haitians just don't recognize the government in power. So hopefully they'll have some administrative authority, some administrative strength, some teeth, to really govern Haiti. I wish them all the best. And I give them my full support. I give them
Yeah.
my full support. Yes, yes, indeed. And this is something that they needed, man. Kim, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. They've been reading Caribbean Magazine Plus and listening to the LimeVibe podcast. I'm so proud of them, Kim. This is something that we needed, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's nice to see that although the previous heads of government are being put to use,
Yes.
No
one better than Perry Christie.
What's that?
There's no one better than the former Prime Minister of Bahamas, Perry Christie. No, he has years of experience in government, and he is a very qualified, eminently qualified administrator. I wish him all the best.
And he's joined with Dr. Kenny Anthony, who is a
Yes.
long Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Yes, yes, another eminently qualified Prime Minister, leader, politician. Yes.
He's been quite vocal lately. I know he's been talking a bit about the whole pythons, the pitons, how you pronounce it, the pitons, the mountains in St. Lucia.
Yes.
And what had happened. And he said, apparently the development corporation, we're switching gears now to an update as to what has happened in St. Lucia with regard to the development of the lands at the base of these pitons, the piton hills.
Okay.
They're saying that certain parts of the land is actually allowed to private development. Not all of it is. However, in this instance, I believe the developer said that the person that was building, they went outside of what they were allotted and what they were allowed to do.
Oh, wow.
So they were granted permission. And yes, it remains a UNESCO heritage site. It has been one for so long. The latest is that, they've got to go back, and we would hope that they would go back and not take over too much of the land that they're allowed.
Okay. That's fair enough. Okay, so they got some big things going on in St. Lucia right now, some controversy.
And Dr. Kenny Anthony was talking about that because his, I think when the approval was denied, it was under tenure.
Okay,
that was back in early 2000s.
He's a man of great controversy, isn't he?
Dr. Kenny Anthony?
Yeah.
I can't say. I mean, he's been, to me, the St. Lucia prime ministers, I see them as relatively quiet in nature, docile, except, our loud ones are, who the loud, the popular ones, we knew Keith Mitchell. He was always up there. He was a long-standing prime minister.
Grenada, yeah.
Grenada. And Ralph Gonzalez remains on top there.
Yes, remains colorful, yes. You think, what's his name, Dr. Godwin Friday? You think he has any chance of being Prime Minister Gonzalez in any election?
I'm not sure. It depends on the people, but I believe St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they love their Ralph Gonzalez.
Of course they do. He's done them no wrong.
He's done them no wrong. Yeah, he's always been a people, at the heart of Grenada.
Yes. One of my old colleagues, a senior guy to me, but I call him a colleague. So one of my older colleagues had said that one of the older prime ministers in the Caribbean said to him, I don't see how government can lose elections. I don't see how government can lose. And when you really think about it, how can a government lose an election? When you have all the levels of power to your disposal, how can you lose a government? You have the power of the purse, you have the power of influence, you have the power of the media. How can you lose the government? That just shows absolute just disgust and just wanting just abuse and arrogance that you could lose a government.
For you to say something like that, it shows that you have no respect for democracy and the democratic laws on which your country was based on. And you have that comment can't disregard to the entire electorate. It's a slap in the face to the electorate.
But then when you really think about it though, Kim, how can you lose a government though? How can you lose a government? You have power over everything. How can you lose a government? I don't see how governments could lose.
When you do something like that, I think it's showing that you have totally disrespect. You have total disrespect to the electorate. It shows an abuse of power.
Mm. Of course it is. Of course it is. That's why I don't see why governments lose an election. Of course it's
And
in
it's not. So you need to allow democracy to reign.
democracy. You believe we have democracies, Kim? Or is it all set up?
I believe we do to an extent, and depending on who's in power.
Yeah, yeah.
You've
I know.
seen it at work.
Mm.
I know that it's been a question, that's people have questioned it
Mhm.
when it comes to especially now in this new age, but that's going into another theory that I don't want to mention here.
Oh Lord, yeah, don't go there. No conspiracy theories, Kim. I hope this video doesn't get taken down too, because we talk about marijuana for quite a bit, man. So yeah, we talked about the devil's lettuce quite a bit on this. I hope this video doesn't get taken down by YouTube because we had fun tonight, man. Yeah.
I mean, I believe our CARICOM or CARICOM region is a democratic one.
Mm.
It's respected, and
Mm.
we have mostly good leaders, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. We
I would like
demonize them. Yeah, they're pretty straightforward people, man. They're only a reflection of our society, so we really can't really hate them that much.
what they feed off.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. So we can't really be upset by it.
Who we get.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people were getting upset with Rowley dancing, and that's part of the culture. He's a part of the culture. He was born from the culture. That's who he is. You know.
Yeah, they saw Kamala dancing in Jamaica. So upset. It's like, oh well, she probably went and had a bit of the herbs.
Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah. See, yeah, like I said, we demonize them, right? But they're only humans, man. They're only humans.
And she said that she went to school there for years, so she believes she has a bit of Jamaica in her.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's nice. It was fun to see. I like to see all leaders having fun and being human.
Yes, yes, yes. I just don't like them overdoing it because sometimes they really overdo it at the wrong time, They just don't have any sense of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think it was a CARICOM meeting and it was a light atmosphere she was at, and she was dancing. I mean, I had the pleasure of being in the company of our Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Patrick Manning. He used to have an event to appreciate the media. I tell you, leave your cameras, pens, and pads at home. And he would come and he would dance in a conga line with us.
Well, you love your Patrick Manning, boy. You always mention Patrick Manning with fondness. I know you guys were going to really begin to really look back at Patrick Manning's tenure and really have some real fond memories about that, because when he was in, y'all really were demonizing him, man. Y'all kicked him out of office so ceremoniously for Kamala. Now you're looking back at him. You're looking back at the good old days of Patrick Manning, aren't you? You're looking back at the good old days of Patrick Manning.
Here's what I look back at all my prime ministers. Even when Rowley leaves, I'm going to look back and throw my laughs at him.
But you haven't said anything about Basideo Pandey, though.
He was outside of my era.
Okay.
To covering him as a prime minister. He said some things, but when I became a journalist, a reporter, Patrick Manning was in office, and so I had my interactions with him.
Okay.
I have had interactions with Basideo Pandey, who turned 90 this year, yesterday or the day before. He celebrated his 90th birthday. We call him the Silver Fox here in Trinidad.
Yes, 90 years old. Yes, 90 years strong.
That's a great milestone to reach, and he still has an audience that longs to listen to him.
Yes.
He's our first prime minister of East Indian descent.
Yes.
He made history. He did a lot when it came to the unions and representing the sugarcane workers and things like that.
Well, he actually made a joke about his 90th birthday. He said that's the reason why God hasn't taken him to heaven as yet, is because they know that he'll be up there arguing for the angels to have better working hours and better wages. That's why God hasn't taken him up to heaven. I only could laugh. Yeah.
But I recall all my ministers and leaders with fond memories. In the media, as I tell you, we're lighthearted in a sense that we'll remember these things and we'll make jokes.
Yeah. But it's not Patrick Manning, though. I know.
Patrick Manning treated the media differently. I will
Yeah.
say that. That's all.
Yeah, he has the bet. He has cut from a different cloth, man. You compare everyone else after him, he's just cut from a different cloth. Patrick Manning was the prime minister you guys needed at that time, right?
But he called elections early in April 2010.
Mm,
Had done elections. Elections were not due.
mm,
He had won elections in 2007,
mm,
and because of all the things that was happening with him, I
mm,
believe he wanted to extend his term by another 5 years. He thought, okay, now is the time. The opposition's camp is not in order. They just elected a new leader.
mhm.
So now it's my time if I want to pounce and
Let's
regain.
jump on him, yeah.
That's what he did.
Mm.
And seeing the situation, there was a lot of controversies. His name was Coleman.
Mm.
His time was up 2010. He would have gone ideally to 2012.
Mhm.
But he did not want to wait. He wanted to let me,
And it broke your heart, didn't it, right?
No, actually, we were happy for the change. Most of the country, that was our highest voter turnout in a while.
I believe you were a closet PNM, Kim.
I'm not a closet UNC either.
Oh my goodness. Kim, we had fun tonight, man. That's us tonight, man. It's 9:30. Yeah.
And happy Independence to Guyana.
Yes, happy Independence to Guyana. And thank you for joining another LimeVibe Live podcast. So we're logging out right now. So if you have not done so already, please like, subscribe our videos on Facebook and YouTube on LimeVibe77. That's LimeVibe77 on Facebook and YouTube. And like and subscribe to our videos and our pages and share our content. It really helps us out a lot. You're going to see a lot of big things from LimeVibe coming in the next short months. So stay tuned to us. So good night on behalf of Kim and myself. Goodbye.